Between the 1940s and 1960s in Quebec, thousands of vulnerable children were swept into one of Canada's most disturbing institutional scandals, later known as the Duplessis Orphans. Under Premier Maurice Duplessis, orphanages across the province were overcrowded. At the same time, federal funding provided significantly more money for psychiatric patients than for children classified as orphans. What followed was a decision that would alter, and in many cases destroy, thousands of lives. Instead of reforming the system, authorities began reclassifying healthy children as mentally ill. With a single falsified diagnosis, boys and girls, many from poor families, born out of wedlock or from marginalized communities, were declared mentally deficient. Estimates suggest that anywhere between 3,000 and 20,000 children were relabeled in this way. Once reclassified, they were transferred from orphanages into church-run psychiatric hospitals. Inside those institutions, survivors later described harrowing conditions: forced labor, physical abuse, prolonged isolation, heavy sedation, electroshock treatments, and in some cases, lobotomies. Many children grew up behind locked doors, treated not as minors in need of care, but as patients to be managed and silenced. Some reportedly died in custody. Others emerged decades later carrying trauma that would follow them for life. The system was disturbingly efficient. Institutions received increased funding for each psychiatric bed filled. The provincial government avoided additional social welfare costs. And for years, few outside the walls questioned what was happening. Records were poorly kept, sealed, or later alleged to have been destroyed. Survivors who tried to speak out were often dismissed as unreliable or unstable, labels that had followed them since childhood. It wasn't until the 1990s that former institutionalized children began organizing publicly, demanding recognition and accountability. Their testimonies forced the province to confront this dark chapter. In 1999, a compensation program was introduced, offering limited financial settlements to some survivors. However, many argue that full justice was never achieved. There were no widespread criminal trials for officials, medical staff, or religious authorities involved. The broader institutional responsibility remains debated to this day. The Duplessis Orphans scandal stands as a stark reminder of how bureaucracy, prejudice, and financial incentives can intersect with devastating human consequences. What began as a funding loophole evolved into systemic misclassification, long-term confinement, and the erasure of childhoods.